Chapter 1. A History Lesson for Janissa. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it. Proverbs 22:6. 12-year-old Janissa came home from school with a very sour look on her face. Her mother, Crystal, greeted her with, "What's wrong with you? Did you have a bad day at school?" Crystal knew that there was no such thing as a bad day living under the new order of the ages, but it did seem by Janissa's look that a bad day was indeed possible after all. Janissa was not one to hide her feelings, so she started right in with, "Yes, I'm having a bad day." "But why, dear? What could possibly make you feel this way?" "The teacher gave us an oral project to do on famous Christian couples, and when I wanted to pick you and Daddy, she said, 'No, I couldn't pick you.'" Crystal laughed at her daughter's thinking that she and Jasper were a famous couple in history. But as Janissa continued to explain what happened next, Crystal realized that others did not feel the same as she did. "Jay West gets to do you and Daddy. I'm so vexed because by the time the teacher got around to asking me what I'd like to do, all the good couples were taken. I have until tomorrow to pick the one I want to do, but I can't come up with a single couple that has not been taken." "Why wouldn't the teacher let you pick us, since Jay West gets to?" "The teacher said I would not be learning anything new." "Well, that's a good point. But the others would be learning something new, and who better to tell about you and Daddy than your own daughter?" "Well, Janissa, there are lots of famous Christian couples from which to choose. I'll help you pick one. What about Adam and Eve?" "Oh, Mom, that was the first one chosen." "Okay, then I suppose Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebecca, Jacob and Rachel have been chosen as well." "Yes, Mom, you're not even trying." "I've got it. Ruth and Boaz." "Taken." "Can you choose couples from what was considered secular history?" "Yes." "Were Queen Victoria and Prince Albert chosen?" "Taken." "I've got it. Roy and Ruth Harrison, or Reverend CK and Grace Chitty." "Taken." Janissa sighed in defeat. "Now don't give up. We'll find someone for you." Crystal did her best to cheer her daughter up, but it was beginning to look like she was not going to be of much help to her after all. "Let me see the list you brought home. Maybe if I see what has been taken, it will help me come up with someone for you." Janissa handed over the list. She did not hold out much hope that it would be of any help. Crystal looked over the list, and it did seem that all the most interesting couples were taken. Then it became glaringly obvious that the most famous couple of all had been left out. Excitedly, she exclaimed, "I've got it, Janissa. You can do Mary and Joseph, King Jesus' parents. After all, they are the most famous Christian couple there is." "Oh, Mom, you're a genius. How could the whole class have missed this opportunity? Let's call my teacher up right away before someone else realizes what they have missed out on." After the call had been made, Janissa sat down in front of the apparatus that linked to the annals of history and called up Mary and Joseph's life story. In 3D form, she began to learn about the most famous couple in his story.